Hello students, using Autodesk Tinkercad, what we can do is use the circuits feature to start designing some of our electronics project using Arduino boards. What I'm going to do is click circuits and create a new circuit. After this opens, I'll rename the file and then I'll start dragging in some of our basic electronic components for our first circuit design. I'm going to rename this circuit design series circuit. And I'm going to use all basic components. This is my area to work within. All of these basic electronic components, which we will go through eventually, we'll grab as we need. First thing I need to do is drag over an Arduino board. I like to rotate that Arduino board after I bring it in. I like to rotate it like this. And from there, I'm going to bring in a breadboard. A breadboard is something we can talk about and how to use it throughout this tutorial. So now, this is my little microcontroller. This is where I'm going to bring power into the breadboard. I'm going to create a circuit, and then I will test the circuit. First thing I'm going to do is we're going to create a light, an LED, light emitting diode with a switch. To get this LED to work, I'm going to have to add resistance to it, which we'll talk about in class. First thing I'm going to do is bring a resistor in, rotate it, and I'm going to bring the resistor to my positive lead and jump it over to one of the terminals over here. With my mouse, I can then grab 5 volts DC, bring it into my positive lead, and I'll make this red. Keep in mind the positive lead is all interconnected vertically, as is the negative. All of these items are connected horizontally, as you can see with my mouse. So keep that in mind when you're trying to have your electrical flow through the circuit correctly. So it's going to jump 5 volts into the positive. All the positive terminals are connected, so it's going to jump through the resistor. From there, I'm going to bring in a push button switch. Push button switch only works in a very particular way. So in this case, the push button switch, I'm going to have power through the resistor to terminal A over to terminal 1B, 1A, 1B, and then it's internally jumping over here and then coming back this way. So then I'm going to have a lead out of there, and I'll make this red again. And then I'm going to bring in an LED. An LED, you can put it in backwards. You got to put it in the right way. So right here is the anode. This is the cathode. You have to have the anode going into your positive side of the circuit. So it goes this way. Now 11 is all interconnected, A through E, so electricity is flowing this direction through our LED, and now it's got to go back to ground right here. And then I will make this black. Finally, I need to connect back to my Arduino board, back to ground. And I'll make that black again. To review very quickly, in our first basic circuit, I have power, 5 volts, coming into this positive channel through a resistor, which is going to knock down the voltage to an appropriate amount so it doesn't blow up the LED. I'm going to go through my push button switch in this direction. I'm going to jump from 8, and it doesn't matter which terminal we're using, as long as we're just spreading this out so we can see it. Excuse me. We're going to go from here to here. It's going to go through my LED, negative side, back to ground. When I go start simulation, it's going to plug in right here, and all I have to do is hit the push button switch, and it works. Try it. Thanks for watching.